So this is Vanessa back with. I felt like I should. When I was doing my other reading, I felt like I should do another one. So this is just like I wasn't sure if it was gonna be like an actual Virgo read or a collective read. I guess it's just collective for now, but I might just start doing Virgo reads, like doing like during like once a week Virgo reads. I might do like a once a week Virgo live if there were people for it. If you're a Virgo and would be interested in sitting in Virgo lives, um, let me know. So, but like I was just like doing like this love reading, and I was getting the feeling that I should do a. No, that's not. Um, I was getting a feeling like I should. No, that's still not what I'm looking for. No, not that either. Aha! So we're gonna do a reading for a King of Cups. So, Mr. King of Cups. Alrighty. Also, remember there's no gender in the tarot. So, if you're in some masculine energy, this can still apply to you, even if you identify as a female. So, let's see. Let's see what wanted to come out before I go to the Oracle cards. We had like a Five of Swords reverse, Two of Cups reverse, and Ten of Cups reverse. So, this kind of makes me feel, but you have the Nine of Swords in the upright. So this kind of makes me feel like whoever you are, King of Swords, you may feel at the moment like you've lost a whole bunch of stuff that was like really important to you. But at the bottom, we have this Three of Pentacles. So I feel like that's, even though you've been going through a hard time, I feel like, even though you've been going through like this difficult period, I feel like that is going to end pretty soon. And you're going to be given a chance to start over. So it may not feel good to start over, but you should I feel like the Holy Spirit is saying that you should treat this as like a second chance. It's really interesting that we got a King of Cups, because I was going to do this reading like for International Women's Day, since I did like I wrote like a letter to one of my aunts and posted it on my writing Instagram to observe like International Women's Day. But this is what wanted to come out. So clearly there's a King of Cups who has a message here from Spirit. So alright, so Spirit, what messages do you have for this King of Cups? See. So you had an idea in the moment, but it got a little bit messy, which has caused a storm to come up in your life. So all this that you felt was like a loss is probably because of the storm energy. And somebody was trying to make you feel like you're a low down, worthless, good for nothing, filthy, grimy. And I feel like this may not be accurate of your character. It's just how you were coming. It's how you're coming off and seeming, because this idea you had you taking some actions that really actually kind of made you seem kind of suspicious. So, which that suspicious behavior kind of created this storm for you. So I don't know if you're able to see that or not. So whatever idea or plan you had before, I hope you realize that all the things that are happening right now are because of that. And because of like whatever your plan was ended up involving like these three witches. And because of these three witches' involvement, it caused all like your plan, whatever your plan originally was, may have worked if you had not involved these witches. but because you involved these three, it invited this outside energy, and who knows what they were really doing with it. So, but now since you've been through a rough time, Spirit is saying that now you're in for a treat. So, like I said, I felt like, I don't know if it's going to end permanently, but I feel like you're for a break. So, yep, see, you got a break coming in, and Spirit is sending you a lantern fairy with a clear solution. So now we have that beacon fairy. It says guidance, but where will it lead you exactly? So like there was an idea. So it makes me wonder if like where did your idea really come from? Because we see that guidance, but where will it lead you? So like you had a great idea, but maybe somebody else was feeding you that idea. I wonder if that someone is connected to these three witches though, because like how else would they have been end up being involved? Like you get a group of witches and you're usually like if a group of witches, if you get involved with them, they were probably onto you from before. Like you thought it was your idea, but it was actually somebody giving you the idea to make you come and do it, so that it looks like it's yours. Yes. See, I was just saying that. Now we have Death in the Maiden, which this card talks about invasion, your boundaries being violated and dominated. So somebody, like, whatever this idea was that you had that created this storm, somebody else was projecting that idea to you. So, like, somebody else wanted you to do this because they wanted you to do this because by you doing it, they were hoping that if you did it, that you'll get the karma. So they were hoping, they were involved in your plan with the hopes that you would enact the plan so it looks like you're doing it, but the involvement of these witches made it go sideways. Because where it says guidance, but where will it lead you? That, oh, well, where is this going to lead you? So, like, even though it seemed like these witches were coming in to help you, they were actually the ones who were leading you and violating your boundaries. They were being really sneaky and deceptive. So you may have been caught up in something that you didn't know what it was. Yeah, see, so like this is a time. It's a time for healing, but you've been unable to heal because you feel like you can't catch a break. Which that makes sense. You know, we saw, you know, you don't get to the Nine of Swords uh without that. Yeah, so see, now in this ancient wisdom, it seems like you've been lacking some wisdom. So maybe like, I'm not sure how you got this guidance to have this idea to begin with. And then it talks about powerful personal growth. So like you being involved in this whole situation, not only has it not been good for you. See, and now here's another storm. You know, like we saw the storm angel out, and now we have a sea storm. It says calm amidst the chaos. So you're about to, all right. So what this is saying is that, so we saw the storm card, right? And I was saying, like, I felt like it was going to stop at least for a little bit, and you're going to be given this treat. So I feel like, all right. So what this is really starting to feel like is like you've suffered some backfire and setback because of the involvement of these people. So you were given guidance to make you feel like it was your idea. So there's clearly some manipulation going on here, which is also, which was vouched for with this Death in the Maiden, which talks about, you know, somebody's been violating your boundaries, possibly doing witchcraft on you. I would be careful about whoever this is for, Mr. King of Cups. Uh, you know what? I would be really careful about who you accept food and drinks from, because they may be putting stuff in your food to help make it easier to put you under this control. We saw, and so over here, we saw the storm angel, and then we have this cat. So what's happening is there's a storm, and then you're gonna get a break to get a little, because you know, like in the Bible, it says that God won't give us more than we can handle, but with it, we'll also make a way of escape. So you're going to be given a moment, a time of calm, but it's also making me feel like whatever the situation is not over with. But you are going to, you'll be given a short break so that it like doesn't completely destroy you. And it says, no angel. It says the signs are with you already. So you're probably being able to see that already. And we also have Marie Masquerade, which is talking about intrigue and drama. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Drama. It's like these people, they were probably using you because they thought like there's something about you that made them feel like if people looked at you and saw that you did this, they would be quick to believe it, and people will be happy to scapegoat you, and so they can kind of get away with having the outcome they were hoping for, but allowing you to take. So, see what I was saying earlier when I was saying, like, I feel like these people wanted you to. These people wanted to do this thing, but they didn't want to take the karma. And so they hoped that by doing this to you, that they would avoid the karma. But the three fates are here. And these three fates are going to catch up with these three witches. So what goes around comes around, ladies. All right. So, have no fear. These people who is doing this to you, this is all this energy they were putting back. It's going to come right back on them 100-fold. This is coming back to them. So, uh, this fairy of the Highlands says it's time to be brave. It's upside. So, you might be scared right now. Well, obviously, because you're in the middle of a storm, right? And you're about to come up onto this kind of like the eye of the hurricane. So you're about to be in the eye of the hurricane. So you're going to have a chance to kind of like calm yourself and collect yourself. The fact that we saw the Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, though, I feel like that's your hope, because the Three of Pentacles talks about um unlocking possibilities that would have been inaccessible alone, right? So it's like you're going through this terrible situation. So it's making me feel like it may either unlock a spiritual awakening if you haven't been through one before. It may possibly awaken gifts, like you might get a new gift or a new ability as an outcome of the situation. So I feel like this whole situation was a huge lesson for you, King of Cups, okay? You've been through a hard time. That hard time is not over with. It's going to keep going. But I feel like in this was a lesson. Maybe it was about like, there's a lesson here. Because if there was manipulation, especially because like we had seen this, where is it, with the sewer maiden, you know, somebody made you feel like you were gross and disgusting. Whoever put you in this energy or gave you the messages, or whoever was made you feel like, oh, this is what they think of me. So they may have told you something that somebody else said that was possibly not true, because this is the machinations of these three witches right here. Okay, these are lies. This was manipulation that was put in your mind to motivate you to exercise this plan to do this. So okay, that was their seed of tool, and by getting you in your ego and upset, they were able to manipulate you while you were in that energy. Okay, so right now, I feel like spirit is guiding you to just do. You know what, you just have to acknowledge the ego. Like, our egos are not 100% bad. Some people will, we'll talk about, oh, they're in their ego. Your ego is there to help you, but just can't be in it too much. So there's a balance, like everything else. Like, it is there to support you, but you're so caught up in your ego and so caught up to do something that you were guided. So like, you accepted this guidance and manipulation that was going on in spirit. Maybe you just didn't know. Some people are really sneaky, and if you don't have that, haven't learned that discernment to pick up on the feeling when something isn't you, when it's really not you. Sometimes you can kind of realize where you feel like, for some reason, like, even though all this is going on, just something about this doesn't feel like me, you know? And maybe you need to spend more time with yourself to realize what, like, somewhere in here, some of this was not you, but you were not able to discern that that wasn't you, you know? You were responding emotionally to feelings. Because, like, you see all these sea calls, like sea, beacon fairy, and this, like, both of these cards came out. This represents a lot of internal chaos and upset, okay? You were really upset. And now we see this drama card. You were really upset. You know, you were really upset. Whatever happened in this situation was really upsetting. But these three witches, these people, dude, this whole situation, they manipulated you to create this situation, but they're not going to get away with it. They're not going to get away with it. Yep. What do we got? Poe here? Yes, it is a time for change, to learn something new, and to use technology and gadgets with wisdom. So, like I said, there's a lesson. And all of this was a lesson. Before this is over, you will have learned something new. Like I said, that's why, you know what? Oh my gosh, I just said I know. But like, so I feel like you have a spiritual gift, and I feel like this experience is going to awaken that in you. So you're going to get a new skill that's going to waken up in you. Yes, see? So we have the carnivorous flower fairy who's talking about attempting offer at a high price. So these witches, okay, so you know what this is telling me? That these witches were like guiding you to do something. I don't know if they had offered you money to do it, even. Like, people, they may have approached you, offering you, saying, hey, if you do this, we'll give you this. So maybe you didn't even realize that, like, it may be like when they were offering you money, maybe you had also said, like, oh, well, you know, when they're offering you something, you were like, well, you know, this and this and this is what we can do. So obviously you're like normally a smart person, you know, you're logical and analytical, and you're able to come up with like lots of good ideas. So like when they were like telling you what they wanted, you started like basically telling them how this idea could be improved. And so um you know, I bet you, like, right now, just like what I'm picking up on, I feel like these witches felt by the minute you started doing that and started talking about how this idea could be improved upon, like, they thought they had it made. Okay, first of all, they got you in, they got you on their team, they got you to do it. So, like, their objective by involving you from the beginning was achieved at first. So they thought they had gotten whatever they're after. All right. But all this has ended up for you, King of Cups, is that this has been a complete disaster for you. um, this has been a complete disaster for you. It's created a bunch of chaos in your life. Okay. So, like I said, this is a huge learning experience for you. I'm not sure what the complete lesson is for you. I feel like there is still something else in here I'm not seeing that you're meant to learn, but you will know what it is. Yeah, see, because the grumpy red fairy is here, and she talks about like being true to yourself, but it's upside down. So you were really not being your true self. Maybe you were attempting to come a certain way. These ladies, these witches who appeared to you, they must have came seeming to be like something else. So like you were not being yourself. You actually, since these ladies have shown up in your life, you haven't been or felt like yourself at all. So I feel like this break in the storm, not only is this break in the storm meant to wake you up out of this witchcraft, but it's meant to turn it around. It's to help you reconnect with your inner self, okay? So this whole reading is a wake-up call, King of Cups. You need to take some time and meditate, and please go reconnect with yourself, okay? You need to connect with your real true self, because the person you've been lately, this is not you. This is manipulation from other people, and it's time to dress for alchemy, okay? Oh no, it's the Angel of Time. Ooh, I thought it was the Angel of Alchemy. but you've been working too hard. Exactly. And you're doing all this, and it's for manipulation for these other people. So what goes around comes around. These ladies, they're gonna these witches are gonna get caught up, and they're gonna get their karma for manipulating you and setting this whole business. Everything that's happened as a result of what they've done will be compound karma. I feel like there is some residual karma you may personally have to work through because, you know, maybe that's why this storm is here. It's like this storm is here. You're getting this intense storm because you're getting immediate karma for having participated in their shenanigans. But they were manipulating you unfairly, so it's like, um, I don't know. They did a lot. You did a lot, but they were behind it. So you were being falsely guided. But um spirit is going to show you the solution to this problem, okay? And the signs are already with you. So these three fates are going to intervene. They're going to get these witches their karma, and you're about to have a break from all this trouble, right? So while you're in the eye of the hurricane and having this moment to collect your wits about you, you need to, okay, be wary because um I feel like I just feel like guided to warn you to be cautious, okay? Where you talk about the eye of the hurricane, that means your storm is not over yet, all right? So I would practice protecting yourself if you're able to protect yourself. Um, I would also, since people have been doing magic over you, I would wash your chest 7 times tonight, and or if you can get sulfur soap to wash yourself with, and or get some Epsom bath salt and soak in an Epsom bath salt bath to wash away and allow all that spirit work to just wash away down the drain that was done over you. Okay. Um, these witches are about to get caught up in some eclipse. Actually, there is an eclipse coming up really soon. So there's a powerful energy shift, and they're going to get it because these three fates have intervened. So fate is here. Oh boy. And the ghost of the pumpkin patch in card 1. So these oh man, dude, you know what? These witches, your ancestors are going to be catching up with these witches as well. Um yeah, you know, yeah, they're in trouble. These three are in big trouble. These three, and also, dude, they had a huge plan. They were willing to do everything and anything it took to keep you snowed under this witchcraft, dude. Yeah. Because one of them is in love with you. Strange Valentine. Love is strange. Yeah. So one of these three witches is somebody that you've been romantically involved with. And they were involved. Well, that makes a lot more sense, right? Oh, and remember earlier I said there's an angel of alchemy or dress. There she is. So I called it, and there she is. So, um, there was just too much happening, and you know not all of it is your fault because you were manipulated, and you didn't have the discernment to realize that that was somebody else manipulating you and not your own. You thought, oh, this was a great idea. It's like, yeah, that idea was planted in you by somebody else, possibly by your lover. So wowie. So this is not over. Mimi, stop it. Can you behave? So uh I gotta go feed Mimi or else she's gonna start acting bad. But anyway, so this is all I have for you. Um I hope it resonates. Whoever you are, King of Cups, don't lose hope, okay? This isn't the end. It's not over with, but you're gonna get help and assistance. So just hang in there, okay? And if you want me to pray for you, feel free to email me or reach out, and I'll be happy to pray for you. Um, have a great night.